What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfires. It was just over a year ago Falcon and the Winter Soldier concluded on Disney Plus, and the day that the finale aired, we got an unofficial confirmation in the way of an exclusive from The Hollywood Reporter confirming that Sam Wilson would be back, but this time on the silver screen, Anthony Mackie reprising his role going into Captain America 4. And while Marvel Studios has declined to confirm this project and or announce a director, we do know that at least Marcus Spellman, who worked on the TV series, is also penning the script for the film as well. Well, today we have a quick update from someone who claims to have some knowledge on the project, including who may be making an appearance during the show, a cameo from a character who just recently showed up in the MCU, and with some additional pre-production details line this up for a very soon release. We'll talk about that as well. We're breaking down all of the reports and rumors for the upcoming Captain America 4, but first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at the channel, and that's all we do. Everything from official Easter egg breakdowns, trailers, reviews, watch parties, to the occasional industry inside scoop and rumor like we're covering today, and everything in between. So if that sort of thing's for you, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. That'll automatically enter you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway. If you want, stick around to the end of the video. We'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so two things quickly. First of all, I mentioned this moments ago in the prologue. Marvel Studios has yet to announce or publicly acknowledge Captain America 4, but this is exactly like the Scarlett Johansson Black Widow film. Marvel Studios would not talk about it at all before the release of Avengers Endgame, but it was basically common knowledge to the point where Robert Downey Jr. was talking about it openly on late night TV shows. Hollywood Reporter had this nailed as soon as the series was over. We've had multiple details about the show, so it's as good as announced. I presume, though, Marvel Studios won't officially confirm it until their big next slate announcement, which should come at the end of the year. Number two, there was a seriously erroneous report within the last 2 weeks you may have seen. People talking about Anthony Mackie confirming he was about to start filming on Captain America 4. He wasn't. He was referring to Twisted Metal. That's what he's filming on now. It was just a miscommunication, but during that interview, and we covered it here at the channel, he did confirm that Wakanda Forever was done filming, and the very ambiguous but sort of weird language that he used, to me at least, insinuated he was on set when it wrapped filming because he was probably filming his post-credit scene, which would lead into his film. All that being said, we have an industry insider scoop today coming from Great Phase. This also showed up on a 4chan and or Reddit board in the last 24 hours, but basically was just a copy-paste from this release last week. Great Phase indicated that Marcus Spellman and Dallin Musson are hard at work on the script. That's an update from what we knew about Marcus Spellman solo working on it, and that Moon Knight somehow factors into the story. The main crew of the film would be Anthony Mackie back as Captain America. We would get Bucky back. Of course, Sebastian Stan's dynamic with Anthony Mackie sort of makes up the whole arc for them right now. Moon Knight, played by Oscar Isaac, would show up in his first Marvel series outside of the conclusion of his solo series, which just ended on Disney Plus. And Danny Ramirez, who we saw during the first film, following the line from the comics, would be back as Falcon. That's your main crew. How Moon Knight features into this is interesting to me, as the rest of them have a military background. Earmark that because Mark Spector is also of military background, which fits him nicely into this crew. Although he feels like a standout, the obvious connection is there. And I would also like to see how this is sort of situated around Secret Invasion, as I would like to see a lot of these heroes team up for that event, which should set to release before Falcon and the Winter Soldier. As I mentioned in the prologue, this sort of sets up the release date, though if they're working on the script now, they should be further along in pre-production, which means you'd hopefully shoot next year, which means one of those still unannounced 4 slot dates for Marvel in 2024 may be when this film comes out, which means Secret Invasion would come out at the end of next year before we would see this film. All that said, the villain they would be fighting, I think, is what would unite Moon Knight with this crew, and that is also coming from Great Phase, who says that the Secret Empire, the group, not the event, is what's going to take place in the MCU for Captain America 4. Secret Empire, the event, is where Hydra Cap wielded Mjolnir. We saw some hints of that back in Avengers Endgame. This different group could look like something Serpent Society, something along those lines, and quite honestly, I would love for some small team-ups to start happening in the MCU. I haven't minded the insular nature of some of these TV shows. It's really allowed them to breathe, and I think Marvel Studios was going for that, wanting to make sure that these shows and these characters could stand on their own without the immediate connection and name dropping of the Avengers. I know a lot of the TV shows sort of went out of their way to work it into the dialogue when and if they could, especially on shows like Hawkeye, to make sure we knew, of course, this is in the MCU no matter how many of the characters do or don't show up. But something like this, where they're starting to build teams and team-ups, was par for the course for Marvel Comics, and for something like Captain America 4, it has huge huge shoes to fill, considering Captain America Winter Soldier is one of everybody's favorite films and my number 1 or 1A alongside Guardians of the Galaxy, and Captain America Civil War is another top 10 film for a lot of people. Again, huge shoes to fill in the wake of not having the Russos. It'll be interesting to see who they bring on as a director. They also choose to go that sort of spy route and government agency feel that we really came to know for the Captain America films. What I will say though, and a final thought, is that throwing Moon Knight in the mix with these 3 characters on a big screen definitely opens them up to much larger effects. Moon Knight has a power set quite different than the 3 of them, who are mostly tech and guns, and given that what we saw in the finale for Moon Knight sort of shows us that, well, Jake Lockley's Moon Knight might have some crazy power set we haven't seen yet. I'm super excited to see them all team up. Let me know all your thoughts down below. As always, quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. All right, we're still giving away PlayStation 5s every 20,000 subscribers, all the way up to 1 million. The next subscriber mark is 960. We're almost there. So if you want to be entered to win, all you have to do, hit the subscribe button, then leave a comment down below, because it's truly random. The more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be announced at the end of videos, the same way we're doing here. The best way to keep up with the content is always hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on. And as always, if you like today's video, I'd appreciate if you hit the like button. But you don't have to. But if you do, hit it. My name is Michael Roman. You can find me over on Instagram and Twitter at IamFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes, wherever you listen to original music under the name Allfires. And while I sincerely appreciate checking that channel out, thanks for checking this channel out. Stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.